Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin, and today we're talking about the Uncle Straps bracelet for my Omega Seamaster Professional 300 meter diver, whatever you want to call this watch. I have a model number for it as well, which I'll put in the description just to make sure you're purchasing the correct bracelet for your watch. But they call it the Omega Seamaster 300. This is the US1450 bracelet. It totally changes the look and feel of this watch on my wrist, and that's a big deal to me because I really don't care for the factory bracelet. I don't care for the way that it looks, and I don't care for how it feels on my wrist. The links are somewhat long, also they're wide. There's no taper, so it's 20 millimeters from top to bottom. I purchased this bracelet used, did not get it from Uncle Straps, and the guy that sent it to me, I guess this doesn't come with the Uncle Straps bracelet is what I'm trying to say. At least I don't think it does. But anyway, just to look at the factory end link here. I mean, the bracelet looks okay. I just don't really care for the look of the bracelet. But more than that is the comfort of the bracelet on wrist. It's a big, heavy bracelet as well. You do have this neat clasp though, but it is big and thick. It's all milled, of course, but you have this micro adjustment system on here, and then you also have the dive extension. So you would just push that, and then, oh yeah, a little bit different. This is attached. I'm used to being able to push a button and pulling it out. So you kind of have to push with your thumb and then push down and then push out like that. And then the dive extension, let's see, I think it just, I haven't worn this in a while. I think you just pull it down. Yeah, there we go. I'm never going to dive with this watch. I don't think I'm going to dive at all. But anyway, it has a dive extension because it's a dive watch. So there we go. So let me put this bracelet on wrist. To get straight to the point, I think it's totally worth the price, $129. What it does for this watch for me, it totally changes the look and feel of it. It is a little bit tight getting it on my wrist. Like maybe my hand's a little bit larger than what my wrist size would be, but it's not too difficult. So there it is. This tapers in both dimensions. It tapers in this dimension and also in the thickness. We'll talk about that in a moment, but I just want to show you how it looks here. One thing I don't really care for is the top is brushed and then the sides are polished, which is kind of opposite of the watch. The sides are brushed, and then the side of the case is brushed, and then the side of the bracelet is polished, and the top of the case is polished here, and then that's brushed. So, but I think it looks fine. Just looks a little bit different. Factory bracelet is basically all brushed, and then you have those polished, the outside edges of these middle kind of links here are polished, and the sides are brushed. Sizing this one, it's not too bad. It has screws on both sides with a captive pin in between those two screws. You don't need two screwdrivers. You can unscrew each side independently of each other. Some bracelets have like a threaded shaft where you have to have two screwdrivers, and it's kind of a pain, but that's not really hard at all. This one here unfortunately does have split pins. You know, it's easy enough to size. It's just kind of low tech, but sometimes low tech works. What's that saying? Keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. So yeah, we have split pins here, and then this is a stamped clasp. Let's get this out of the way. This is a stamped clasp. It is a tight fit. So stamped here, this portion is stamped, and it's just held in by this kind of a tongue here, friction fit. So this engages with that right there. Hope you can see that, a little bit of wear on there, but that's to be expected. It works, it's plenty secure, it's never even threatened to fall off my wrist. And stamped with the Uncle Straps logo. Struggling with that because for the longest time I've known them as Uncle Seiko, but they've changed their name to Uncle Straps. We do have 8 micro adjusts here, I believe. Yep, 8 micro adjusts. Solid links, solid end links, and it is a female link there, so tapers right down, or it folds right down there. Fits a little bit off. I'm not sure if you can see that. Let me zoom in here. It's not really a big deal. I don't think it really matters to anyone, but it fits a little bit off right here from that side profile. But from the top, you really don't notice it. When it's on wrist, it doesn't really mean anything. You can kind of see through these links here. I'm not sure if you noticed that. But again, very comfortable on wrist. Okay, so this bracelet tapers from 20 down to 16, which is perfect in my mind. The 4mm taper is great, whether you're going from 20 to 16 or 22 down to 18. I think it looks great. And it also tapers in the thickness as well. So starting here, it is 3.8mm, and then when you get down here, it's 2.6. Not sure exactly where that happens. I think there's 3 different thicknesses. So perhaps these 3 here are the 3.8, and then these 3 here look like the 3.1, and then these removable links are the 2.6 in thickness. This is 316L stainless steel, and as I mentioned, brushed on the top and polished on the sides. So let me put this on wrist again, and then we'll close out the video. Really not anything else I want to mention or discuss here. Mention the pros and the cons, but again, for 129 bucks, you know, I think you have to pay for tax and shipping too, so that's before that. But I think it's a good value if you want to try a different bracelet on this watch. They have other styles as well, so I'll leave a link in the description to the Uncle Straps website. You know, especially considering when I believe, I don't know exactly what this one costs, but I know I had priced out a new Seamaster bracelet. I think that was about 800 bucks, so I'm going to say this one's probably 800 bucks as well. I don't really know, but this will be a lot cheaper than this here. So let's zoom back out here. I think I already did show it on wrist, didn't I? Guess we'll close out with the wrist shot. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. It really does help me out here. Let me know what you think of this bracelet. Like I said, I bought this used a while ago. I don't know if I bought this before I had the watch or not. I really don't remember. Alright, that will conclude this video. As always, thank you for your time, and thank you for watching.